If an empath disappeared from your life, it probably wasn't because of one big mistake. It was because of many small things you thought were normal. If an empath disappeared from your life, this video is not here to blame you. It's here to explain something most people never see. Empaths don't leave because of one big argument. They don't leave because you messed up once. They leave when small things keep repeating and their nervous system quietly decides, this is not safe anymore. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the exact behaviors that make empaths disappear. Not dramatically, not angrily, but completely. And here's the important part. You'll get the answer early. Empaths leave when kindness turns one-sided, when their emotional energy is used but not respected, and when they realize the relationship will always cost them more than it gives back. If you've ever wondered, why did they cut me off without a word? Or why did I slowly go silent and never come back? Stay with me. Because once you see the pattern, you won't be able to unsee it. Treating their kindness like an unlimited resource. Empaths are often the easiest people to rely on, not because they have more time, but because they almost never say no. You call them when you're stressed. You text them when something goes wrong. You ask for favors because you already know the answer, yes. At first, this feels normal, they help. You thank them. Life moves on. But here's what most people miss. Empaths notice patterns. Quietly. They notice that you only reach out when you need something. They notice that their problems rarely become the priority. They notice that giving goes in one direction. Not angrily, not dramatically, just clearly. And this is where the relationship starts changing long before anyone says a word. For empaths, kindness is not about sacrifice. It's about balance. When fairness disappears, their nervous system reads it as danger, not disappointment. So they don't complain. They don't confront you. They start pulling back internally, and once that happens, the exit has already begun. Emotional dumping without consent. Most people think venting is harmless. I just need to get this off my chest, they say. And the empath listens, fully, deeply. They don't just hear your words, they absorb your stress, your panic, your anger. Your bad day becomes their bad day. You feel lighter after the call, calmer, relieved. They don't. They sit with the emotional weight long after you've moved on. This is where the cost becomes invisible, but very real. For empaths, emotional dumping isn't just exhausting. It dysregulates their nervous system. Their body reacts as if the stress is happening to them, not you. The breaking point isn't one long rant. It's repetition without consent. No one asks, do you have space for this right now? No one notices the fatigue in their voice. Eventually, the empath learns something painful. Listening to you means abandoning themselves, and that's when silence starts to feel safer than connection. Invalidating their feelings while demanding yours. Empaths feel deeply. That's not a weakness, it's how their nervous system processes the world. So when something hurts them, it doesn't fade quickly, it lingers, it stays in the body. The problem starts when they try to explain this and hear responses like, you're too sensitive, you're overreacting. Why do you take everything so personally? That single sentence does more damage than most people realize. Because what the empath hears is simple. Your feelings are inconvenient. Mine matter more. At the same time, they're expected to understand your stress, your anger, your bad mood. They validate you. You dismiss them. Over time, something shifts. They stop sharing how they feel. They become quieter, more agreeable. Not because they're fine, but because speaking up feels pointless. And once an empath learns that their emotions are not welcome, they begin planning an exit in silence. Boundary violations. When they finally say no. Empaths are slow to set boundaries. Not because they don't need them, but because they hate disappointing people. So when they finally say, "I need space," or "I can't do this right now," they are already past their limit. That moment matters more than you think. You call anyway, you push a little, you assume it's not serious. And this is where the relationship quietly ends. Because to an empath, a crossed boundary isn't a mistake, it's a message. It says their needs are optional. It says your urgency comes first. They might not argue. They might not remind you again. They simply take note. After enough violations, something clicks. Explaining feels useless. Negotiating feels unsafe. So instead of fighting, they choose distance. And once an empath chooses distance, they don't come back to renegotiate. They leave to protect what's left of themselves. Invisible emotional labor. Empaths often carry the emotional weight no one talks about. They remember birthdays. They check in when someone goes quiet. They smooth tension before it turns into conflict. Most of this work is invisible. At work, they keep the team stable. In families, they hold everyone together. In friendships, they make sure no one feels left out. And slowly, a pattern forms. Others receive credit. The empath absorbs the pressure. This is where many empaths quietly lose motivation to stay. Not because they need praise, but because being unseen feels like being used. For empaths, appreciation helps, but fairness matters more. When effort and care are expected but never returned, the relationship stops feeling mutual. They start asking themselves a hard question. What would happen if I stopped doing all of this? And when they imagine the answer, they realize something uncomfortable. Their absence would finally reveal how much they were holding, so they step back, then further away, not to punish anyone, but to stop carrying what was never shared. Empaths don't disappear because they are weak. They disappear because staying becomes too expensive. Not in money, in energy, in emotional safety. It's never one dramatic moment. It's a pattern that builds quietly over time. Kindness that turns one-sided. Emotions that get dumped but not respected. Feelings that are dismissed. Boundaries that are crossed. Effort that stays invisible. Each of these alone might seem small. Together, they teach the empath one thing. Connection requires self-betrayal. And when someone realizes that being close to you means losing themselves, leaving stops being cruel. It becomes necessary. If this video felt uncomfortably familiar, you're not alone. Maybe you were the empath who went silent, or maybe you're realizing why someone quietly walked away from you. If you feel safe, share your experience in the comments. Not to justify, just to reflect. And if this helped you see the pattern more clearly, consider subscribing. The next videos will go deeper into boundaries, how the nervous system decides what feels safe, and why some relationships drain us long before they break. Sometimes understanding why someone left is the first step toward building something healthier next time. Take care of yourself.